So finally, we're getting a look at Sony's answer to the Xbox Game Pass, originally called Spartacus. Now it is officially rolled out. Hey everybody, I'm Robert Storms. Welcome back to the channel once again. If you guys are finding me for the very first time, please do me a massive favor. Smash that like and subscribe button. That way you guys can stay up to date on all future gaming content here on the channel. So PlayStation went ahead and just released the different tiers that they're going to be having for this updated version of PlayStation Plus. There's going to be 3 different tiers, including the extra tier, the premium tier, and then the normal tier. And then I'm going to kind of go over some of the stuff that they're going to have for each and every tier, and you guys can decide whether you think it's worth it or not. Now, I am a Xbox Game Pass user. I love the Xbox Game Pass. I love the fact that all the first-party games come out day and day on the Xbox Game Pass, and it saves me a lot of money. I very rarely ever have to buy anything on my Xbox, right? It's like if I go to GameStop and if something's on sale, I might pick it up, but for the most part, all the games that I want to play, I usually just wait for it to come out on Game Pass, because like Halo and Gears of War and Forza and all the first party games are day and date. So I just sit there and wait for them to come out, and I just download them and I play them and I beat them, and then that's pretty much the end of it. Game Pass, I think, is a fantastic service for the price. You know, not only do you get the Ultimate Game Pass, you get the EA access with that, and you get, like, now you're getting all the Bethesda and then soon the Activision game. Game Pass is actually a fantastic service, and I highly recommend it if you're an Xbox gamer. So now PlayStation kind of wants to come out with something that can compete with that for their PlayStation tier, because PlayStation Now was garbage. If you guys didn't know, PlayStation Now was absolutely garbage, right? It got better later on in the years, but they didn't have really any good games, and most of the games at the beginning were all streaming, and then later on they started adding other stuff. Well, now they kind of revamped that, and they kind of got like a PlayStation Plus merged with PlayStation Now service, and this is supposed to be their answer to Game Pass. Not that it's going to compete with Game Pass, because you just can't compete with Game Pass, because Sony's not going to release games day and date. You're not going to get God of War 2, you know, God of War Ragnarok day and date on PlayStation Plus here. You're just not going to get that in this service. So you guys got to decide whether you think this service is worth it, because you're not going to get like the new games like Horizon Forbidden West and God of War or any other of these first tier games that Sony releases. You're not getting those day and date like you would on Xbox Game Pass. So the first, they got the extra tier and the premium tier. So the regular tier is just $9.99, and this is what you're going to be getting already. You know, this is stuff you already have access to right now. You can play your games online, you get your free games at the end of the month, and you get your cloud saves and all that stuff. That's just the basic tier that pretty much already exists. Then you have the extra tier and then the premium tier. The extra tier will be $14.99 a month, and it includes 400 PS5 to PS4 titles, while the premium tier will be $17.99 a month, and that's actually more than Game Pass Ultimate. Game Pass Ultimate is $14.99, and Game Pass Ultimate includes Game Pass on your Xbox, Game Pass on your PC, Game Pass on your phone, right? It also includes the EA access online. You know, it like $14.99. It includes a lot of shit, you know, especially like the xCloud service that they have, like $14.99, like you're getting a massive deal on the Xbox with Game Pass. So I'm a little bit about the fact that it's coming in at $17.99. I really wish they would have hit that $14.99. Maybe made the $14.99 like a $12.99 service, and then the premium. But whatever, $18 a month. You can decide as the gamer if you think that that's worth it after I explain everything that you get. So you get all those games, the 400 PS5 and PS4 titles, along with an extra 340 additional games from the PS3, PS2, and original PlayStation. And this is the part that got me excited, that's going to at least have me test it out. And the PSP. That is why I am going to at least give this a month shot. I don't know if I'm going to stay subscribed to this, you know, and to be honest with you, when the Xbox Game Pass came out, I was only subscribed for a month just to test it out. It wasn't until later when they started doing day and date stuff that I became a member constantly. But I'm going to look at this. I'm going to at least sign up for the $17.99 for at least 1 month just to see. I know the PS3 games are going to be streaming only, cloud streaming, because of the way the PS3 was built. I know for a fact that the PS3 games are going to be cloud only. Don't know if the PS2 and original PlayStation games are going to be downloadable. I hope so, because I don't want to stream these games. But the PSP games are the ones that I'm curious about, because there was a lot of PSP games that I really, really enjoyed. One of the ones that I'm thinking that I'm hoping that's going to be on there is the Final Fantasy Crisis Core. Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core is a game that's only lived on the PSP. This is the game that should have been ported over on an HD remake, an HD remaster on other consoles. Like, this should have been remastered already. We should have got like Crisis Core on the Switch. We should have got it on the PS4, the Xbox One. Like, this game should have been remastered already. They don't have to remake it. Just do a HD remaster. The graphics in the game is fine. Just put that thing in like 1080p or 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second, 4K, something remastered, and boom. And there was a lot of really good Final Fantasy games on the PSP, as well as, you know, a lot of other really, really good games that only lived on the PSP. So right now, I think the $14.99 for the 400 PS4 and PS5 titles sounds okay. That seems a little much for me. Like, they have to be some really, really good PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 games in order for me to spend $15 a month just on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 titles. The $17.99 one seems like the tier that you want to go for. That's the tier that you want, because that's going to include all those PS4 and PS5 games alongside another additional 340 PS3, PS2, and PSP games. And I'm hoping that they update these things like every month, like Xbox Game Pass does. Like, these games are leaving, these games are coming, these games are leaving, these games are coming, and I'm hoping that's how it's going to go. Now, if we scroll down, you can see the different price ranges for you know, Europe and United Kingdom and Japan. So you get the different price ranges here. I live in the United States, so I've got $14, $17, and $9.99. So like I said, that's kind of more than I thought it was going to be for the premium tier, but I'm going to at least give it the benefit of the doubt and try it, because I'm curious to see what games are going to launch on there. Now, the release date for this, I don't think I've seen a release date for this as of right now. I could be wrong. I don't see the release date anywhere. Oh, here it goes. It comes into play starting in June. So in June, we're going to be able to try this thing out and see how well this answer to Game Pass is going to be. Obviously, this is not going to compete with Game Pass. Game Pass right now is just a juggernaut of a service with very, very very good perks for being a member. So hopefully PlayStation can get their foot in the door. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be as bad as that Nintendo service. That Nintendo service is trash. But I think PlayStation has a good foot in. Now, if only they can release some really good games in there, hopefully it'll be worth the price. But I want to know what you guys think. How do you feel about PlayStation's 3-tier service? Which service are you going to sign up for? Are you even going to give it a shot? Leave those comments in the comment box below. And until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.